And we are back again with a brand new episode of Another 24. And, you know, on this episode, I got a very, very special guest in the building. If you've been in the city, around the city, it don't matter what side of the city you've been on, north side, south side, east side, west side, downtown, suburbs, I know you didn't heard of this guest. She been everywhere, she been anywhere, everywhere. Providing the vibes, setting the trends, doing the damn thing. I got the one, the only DJ Relle in the building. What's happening with you?
I'm in here. What's going on, man? I'm
Good.
glad to be here, man.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, thank you for pulling up. You know how we do. You know we go way back, so we got to get you on here. Ready for your close up?
Let's get it.
So first things first. What you bump on the way here? What you been listening to?
On the way here, I ain't gonna lie. I was listening to 21 Savage.
Okay, shout out 21.
I was listening to Rallo. Who else I would listen to? I listened to a little Future too. You know what I'm saying? So I had them in the rotation for sure.
They'll go. Now, for those that don't know, you are a DJ.
Facts.
You've been doing your damn thing around here. You've been goddamn just setting it, just like I said, setting the trends and putting your stamp in the city.
Appreciate that, gang.
Yeah, for sure. So, number one, music. Like, we've all been around music. We all grew up around music. Music been a part of our lives. But when did you know that was your path? When did you know that music was gonna be what you do?
Man, I knew it was gonna be my path. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't answer this question a few times, but the more and more I think about the shit, for real, I'm gonna say all my life, bro. I ain't gonna lie. From like the time I was born, I've been musically inclined to the point I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Just from listening to music, being a fan. Of course, I'm always gonna be a fan, but being a fan to shit. Rapping, you know what I'm saying, in high school, and goddamn becoming a DJ later in life, you know what I'm saying? That shit always been like in me for real. Right.
So whatever memory you got in your life, you like, okay, music ain't far away from that shit.
Yeah, hell nah. Music ain't never been far. Like,
Cause I know that, you know, I feel the same way. I'm thinking about times in my life, like high school, you know, way middle school, all that type of shit. I'd be like, damn, I remember my favorite song, like. I always been around music too. Yeah. You know, I was like an only child, you know, single mom.
Me too.
So I was like, you know what I'm saying? You just be by yourself. So you be like, damn, I got some music to, you know, listen to or whatever. But like, who were some of your musical influences? Like, who did you look at and be like, damn, like they made me want to do this shit. They made me feel like I can do it.
I'm gonna say real talk, like. Honestly, Ludacris, bro.
Oh,
I always bring him up because that nigga was just so fire to me. Like. He a nigga that I always like looked at and was like, oh, this nigga is hard. And he from the city, and he did radio, and he went into the music. All his visuals was like A1. You know what I'm saying? The music with Fire Hill, always on the radio. He was just the main nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Him, I would say like on like a more like female too. I would say like Missy. You know what I'm saying? She always been fire as fuck to me. Like her visuals, her music, her production. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's somebody I always like paid attention to. Got it. I always been a big fan of like turned up ass music, you know what I'm saying? So the Memphis sound I always been like
3-6
hey, 3-6, Gangsta Boo, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Like people like that, like man, like that shit always been lit to me, you know what I'm saying? Then we bring to the A, I say people like Crime Mob, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like I always like the turn like the crunk shit. That's just always been my shit. Like that always been my shit. That's why I'm glad these days, like that type of shit, like really in, you know what I'm saying? That shit work for me for real. I fuck with it.
For sure. Shout out to Luda now. Luda, he's like, he an underrated legend for real, cause anything you could do in this game, he did it. Like number one, sold millions of records. Acting. Exactly. Shit, like you said, the visuals always been on point. And he a lyrical monster.
Come on.
Like, he don't get his props for being like, as lyrical as he is.
That's why I be saying that nigga name every chance I get, because people don't be talking about him. I be like, bro, like, why y'all, like, skipping over this nigga? Like, ain't he from the city? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Legend.
Right. So, speaking of the city, you know, we in the A.
Facts.
You know, we grew up here, you know what I'm saying? We've been blessed and fortunate enough to be born in a time where we got to experience just so many different phases in the A. Like, you had Jermaine Dupri, So Def, you know what I'm saying? Bounce your R&B sound, and then, you know, it transitioned into like, and I don't know I'm skipping some stuff, but it transitioned into White Tee.
I know you finna say that.
You know what I'm saying? D4L, Snap Music. Transitioned again into futuristic black boy, white boy. Now we got the trap sound going crazy, influencing the world. Like, what's been some of your favorite phases of the A-Town sound?
Man, that's a great question, bro. I'm gonna say honestly, just from us running them down like that, I love all of them in a very different, special way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, but what resonates with me the most, I'm gonna say the white tee era.
Okay.
For real. Cause that was like middle school for me. That was like a real like time for real. Like I remember like during that same time, that's when Jeezy had the can't ban the snowman shit going on. I remember the snowman shit getting, you know what I'm saying, t-shirts getting banned at school. I just remember all that shit. You feel me? You couldn't even come to school with a big ass 3X, 4X tee on, and they sending you home type shit. You feel me? So I just remember that shit. So that's just like a real like pivotal time. You know what I'm saying? After that, I'll probably say like the futuristic era for real, cause that whole like Young LA, J Money, all that shit, like that shit was just a time. Then out of that, you got Travis Porter, you got Rich Kid. It was just like so much shit like that still get played to this day. You know what I'm saying? So
and I think if I had to pick an era that was probably my favorite, it's probably gonna be the futuristic era, just because, man, that was a time like. Damn, like I was really starting to just really dig into the Atlanta sound at that time. Like before then, you know, I fucked with Atlanta artists, of course, like T.I., Jeezy, you know, they was big, but I still was fucking with like New York and you know, LA, all type of music. But when the futuristic era came, I was really like, okay, Atlanta sound, finding different artists dropping hard ass songs every week. I was just like, damn, like this.
Literally every week.
Young LA was my boy. Young LA was my boy. Fucked up how that happened there, but.
Shout out to Young LA.
Shout out to Young LA. You ain't ordinary, bro.
You ain't ordinary, bro.
But nah, that I could see that though. The white tee time, that was like you just had to be there.
Hey, you literally had to be there, bro. If you just came to the city, bro, you not gonna understand like what niggas be talking about, bro. Like you not gonna really feel that shit unless you been here for like I say for some time, real talk for some time.
Yeah, cause they made it fun, like. You know, there's still a lot of gangster, you know what I'm saying, shit going on at the same time, but it's like, damn, you know, we just want to have fun.
Yeah, music used to be fun and fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the shit used to be like that literal fun. It wasn't like so much political and like all the other shit, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It was fun for sure.
So as far as DJs, who were some DJs that you kind of looked up to?
Shit, DJ, I always like salute DJ Jelly. You know what I'm saying? That's like always gonna be like my numero uno. You know what I'm saying? Just from my memory going back to, I always talk about going to the big room store, you know what I'm saying? Just all that type of shit as a kid and seeing physical like mixtapes and seeing physical CDs being sold and really like being around that type of shit and listening to it and understanding like, oh, these niggas going crazy. It got to be like Jelly, DJ Monte,
Shout out to DJ Monte.
I always salute Scream because that's like big OG, like Scream, shit. I'm trying to name somebody I ain't named before because I be naming these folks, but it's like, I know it's other people that I could name.
Probably like
Drama, Holiday, there we go. You know what I'm saying? Other like influential DJs that's from the city, you know what I'm saying, that really like made they stamp for sure.
So when you, like when did you decide to be like an actual DJ? Like, I know that you mentioned rapping, you know what I'm saying? You could have went the producer route. You could have went a bunch of different routes. Like, when did you decide, like, okay, DJ, that's going to be me. That's me.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say probably when I was, like, 19 for real. Like,
oh, you've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, when I was, like, 19. But at the time, like, when I was 19, I ain't had no equipment and shit. I was just doing the shit strictly out virtual DJ.
Damn,
but at the time, I wasn't calling myself no DJ. I was just more so, like, just doing the shit, listening to it, uploading it. People thinking it's fire. I think it's fire. I'm like, shit, okay. It's just hard. I'm not thinking like, oh, I'm a DJ. I'm finna be trying to get booked. When I started taking it serious as a business, probably like in like 2018. Damn, for real. Like it took some time for me to like realize like what I want to kind of do with myself. I'm like, bro, what I want to do with my life, bro? I know I want to do music, but I'm gonna go the DJ route. And that shit worked for me immediately. Like it felt like I should have been doing this shit really. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna lie, but it happened when it was supposed to happen though.
Damn, so you took damn near almost like 10 years to just hone your craft.
For sure. I went to college, you know what I'm saying? So I went to college, graduated in 2014. Shit, when I was in college, I was like hosting parties and shit, so I was around it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was definitely around it. I was always like next to niggas like shout out to DJ Prez, Showtime, all them, you know what I'm saying? I was definitely like around it. So I was like always paying attention and seeing like, you know what I'm saying, what was going on and shit. But and I kind of could visually see it, so I knew how to do it. I just knew I had to get the equipment and shit. So once I graduated and shit, started working for like 4 years and shit, So now we in 2018. My mom passed away and shit. So that's when I started getting like serious and shit. I'm like, okay, bro, what do I want to do with myself? Yeah. And then that's when I started like doing DJing for real.
Got it. Yeah. So when you were, honing your skills and, becoming this just amazing DJ, like, what was some of the research that you were doing? Were you researching like BPMs, like how to really turn the crowd up, the energy in songs, the motion behind songs? Like, what are some of the things that you? What's the education that you went through?
What is the education? I was more so like hands-on. I'm self-taught for real. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't had a nigga on me like, oh, you hit this, hit that. I did like ask. I used to ask a lot of questions to DJ. I remember like pulling up on like DJ Prez and Showtime too, just kind of asking them like, more so like about the setup, because I was kind of confused about like how to set the shit up. I knew I was gonna have to do that all the time, so like they kind of explained to me like, oh, you're gonna need this core, you're gonna need this. But besides, as far as DJing, I taught myself how to DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like facts, hell yeah.
Damn, I know that was the man. You can teach yourself, like you ain't gotta.
You teach yourself, bro. Hell yeah, if you got ears, then you can do the shit yourself. Like facts, like everybody got ears.
Facts, everybody got ears. So what, like. Around the time when you first started DJing, what was some of your favorite songs then, and how did you learn how to mix them together?
During the time when I started DJing, like initially, I'm gonna take it back to like when I was 19. So even back then, I remember like throwing like people like Rich Kids, you know what I'm saying? I remember, going back to the futuristic shit, I remember like putting all them type of like DJ plug beats on top of each other. And they all used to sound fast as hell. I'm like, damn, I must be snapping. Like, I'm going crazy. Like, I guess you feel me? So I would say like during that time, like just that type of music for real.
Got it. So I think that the way that I look at DJing is like you gotta go off of vibes. Like that's just that's just inherent in the field.
100%.
But I feel like it's also like a technical kind of aspect to it. Like you can't just put, or maybe you can. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Like I don't feel like you can put a 180 BPM song and then mix a 120 BPM song right behind it. Like it's definitely
that's train wreck right there. That's what you call a train wreck.
Right. So it's definitely like a technical aspect. Like there are some things that you can do like wrong.
No, facts. Yeah, DJing is math. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like you said, 180, 120, that's not gonna go at all. You know what I'm saying? But if you go 120, 60, you know what I'm saying? Like half of that shit. Like if you took music class before, you know what the hell going on. Like that shit'll work. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to understand like math and understand like BPM and understand like shit like that for it to make sense. It sounds good.
Okay. You know I mean, so that's what I think. That's what I thought, because it's like just me being, because I was making beats and shit, and I'm like, damn, like if you take this one step further and I'm making beats, and then if I did want to be a DJ, what other beats would go along with this? And it's like, you can't just throw something in there.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
That's a gem for y'all too, who be running up to me trying to get me to play something real quick. No, like if I'm in like a certain BPM tempo mode right now, like, I can't just throw your slow ass song. You feel me? Like it just gotta make sense. You feel me? Gotta make sense.
Gotta make sense.
Facts.
So if somebody's starting out DJing, like this is day one of DJing, what is the equipment that they need?
If it was day one, I ain't gonna lie, I get like a little small, like I used to have like a Pioneer SB3. I don't even think they sell them no more, but it's like a simple like tiny board. They got like 2 little mini mixers and like two little plates. That's all you need. You feel me? Like, but you can get the job done with that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and it cost like $200, maybe like $150. You know what I'm saying? But you can start getting your shit, you know what I'm saying, in motion, like start getting your bookings, like start getting your mixing. You can work on that bit. That's basically what I'm saying, like you can work on them. So I would suggest that.
Okay, so dad probably a laptop.
Like a laptop. Definitely a laptop. You got to have a laptop. I would even say it don't even got to be on MacBook though, for real. Like,
it can be whatever.
Yeah, it can be whatever. Like as long as you got like a MacBook that you can upload, download like the equipment. Yeah. I mean, well, not equipment, but like virtual DJ, the programs and shit like that, or the software, Serato, whatever you want to use. Like that's all you need for real.
So you don't got to start with the biggest and baddest. You can start small and then work your way up. You can work your way up. That's dope. That's dope. So, do you remember your first booking?
I do remember my first booking.
It looked like there's a story behind it. What's the story behind your first booking?
My first booking. Okay, first of all, I gotta pop my shit, cause my first booking was at a club. You know what I'm saying? So let me pop my shit. My first booking was at Red Martini in Buckhead. Okay. Which is crazy, but my first booking was at the club. So how that happened was, at the time, and this was 2018, I was interning at Streets. So I was interning at Streets 945, right? Okay. So while I'm up there, of course, I'm networking, I'm meeting different people, shit like that. I'm up there for the intentions of wanting to become a DJ. Yeah. So that's my whole purpose for being up there, really. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of that, I ended up meeting people like, shout out to Ants, shout out to Young Jock, you know what I'm saying? Like people like that who really put me in the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, like put me like in there to get me to be seen. And to this day, I still don't know like what made them want to take that, you know what I'm saying, leap of faith. I think maybe because they seen like how passionate I was about the shit and probably heard me mixing up there a little bit, you know what I'm saying, all that type of shit. They took a risk on me, you know what I'm saying, and put me out there, and that shit worked. Yeah, so after that, I've been getting booked ever since. Like I never stopped getting booked. Like, like literally. And this was in
hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running, literally. Like literally.
Man, shout out to Young Jock. That's the second time he didn't came up in my interview.
For real?
He helped Bobby Critical out. So shout out to Jock, man, doing good shit.
Jock is a real nigga, bro. Like that's what people don't understand. Like they might see him online and shit, living hip hop shit. Like, oh, this silly ass nigga. Yeah. But that nigga really about his business. Like this nigga really like be putting niggas on. Like hell yeah, like facts.
That's what's up. So that first book in 2018, Red Martini. What was the response from the crowd? Do you remember?
That shit was lit. Like that shit was lit. Like I just remember it being like a good amount of people in that bitch. Like shit, my people pulled up. Like it was people I ain't never met before in that bitch hyping me up. I actually got a booking off of that booking. You know what I'm saying? From like some YouTube influencers and shit. Damn. So it just that's what I'm saying. The shit just kept like it's like that every time I DJ like I end up getting a booking off just niggas thinking I'm fire. You know what I'm saying? It's really that's just how the shit go. So yeah.
Hey, when you fire, you fire.
Right, when you fire, you fire. Facts.
Now I always wonder this because like sometimes I be doing this, I ain't gonna lie, and I don't mean to be like, you know what I'm saying, killing the vibe or be a party foul and shit like that, but when you in a club or you in a bar or somewhere and niggas just rocking, like everybody just having a good time, just drinks flowing, goddamn, ass shaking all over the place, and then it's that one nigga in the corner like this. Yeah. Like, do that shit get on your nerves?
That shit don't really get on my nerve for real. It's like I see it, but I'm more so pay attention to the folk that vibe because I feed out the energy of the people that's vibing. You know what I'm saying? So the more people I see vibing or the people I do see vibing, the energy is contagious for real. So if you just fucked up, you just never know what people going through. Nigga might have had a bad day. Nigga might just pulled up just to have a drink at the bar and they ain't studying no music. You feel me? Just trying to get away from the house. You never know what a nigga got going on. But I focus on like the people that, you know what I'm saying, that rocking, which is majority for real. Like,
I be feeling bad because sometimes I be holding the wall. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no dancing that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I just be in that vibing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. Okay. I'm good.
I'm
good.
Hell nah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm good. All right. Cool.
Hell nah. But hey. I be turning folks up though, so I feel like I can turn a nigga like you up. I feel like I might play some shit and be like, okay, I got this nigga, he lit now. You know what I'm saying?
You probably could. I ain't gonna lie.
Facts.
So, what is the one song, just the one song that'll just, should I do that? Because I might be. Yeah, fuck it, man. I don't need to hear your opinion.
Okay.
What's the one song that's just gonna fuck the vibe up? Like, you throw that bitch in there and people just gonna stop in their tracks.
Bruh. It's gonna have to be like, bruh, it's gonna have to be some shit like some goddamn Will Smith or something. Come down, get jiggy with it. Everybody probably look at your ass like some random man. Like, I can't even say like no pop, cause you might could throw some, it depending on where you at. You know what I'm saying? You might can do it, but I feel like you cut on that Will Smith, like, bro, where I DJ at, I feel like nigga be looking at you crazy, like, but like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Like,
man, Will, sorry, man.
I know, we fuck with Will Smith,
man, the legend, for sure.
Like, we ain't trying.
But what about the opposite? Like, the one song, you could be in fucking Boise, Idaho, but you turn this song on and everybody just gonna turn up.
Bro, Knuck If You Buck, bro. I was in fucking, I was in Phoenix, Arizona, bro. And niggas, I had played Knuck If You Buck, right? When we was on the road, I played that shit. And niggas was going so crazy. But when we was done with the show, a nigga came up to me and was like, we were so turned, but this guy, he didn't even know what this song was. I was like, bro, what? I was like, how you never heard Knuck If You Buck? He was like, oh my God, this song is amazing. I have to add it to my playlist now. So Knuck If You Buck is one of those songs, like, I guess niggas
song.
is still getting put down on it, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Crime Mob.
Shout out Crime Mob, for sure.
That's funny. Now, what are some other ways that you know, you can make money being a DJ. Of course, you can have your bookings, but you know, say another coronavirus come out, this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep the lights on. You gotta keep moving. What are some other things that DJs can do to kind of, you know, keep their brand going?
Shit, you can these days you can hop on Twitch.
Okay. You
can do music reviews. You can do mixtapes like I do, and probably like charge for the slots if that's what you want to do. I would just say go the music review route.
Okay.
If shit shut down, you know what I'm saying, because that way you still utilizing being a DJ and giving your feedback and really like you know what I'm saying, doing that. You might not be. Or you can like, you got TikTok these days, and I know the people that can tip on TikTok and shit too, so you can like go live DJing on there and get tips, you know what I'm saying? It's ways to utilize the internet these days to kind of still financially make it make sense for real.
Yeah, I gotta be creative, man.
You gotta be creative though.
Use that internet. So, is payola a real thing? I know y'all probably ain't seen it, you know what I'm saying?
I can say that I have not seen it being used before. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
All right. We ain't seen it.
I ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen it.
Yeah, because I know that you know, people come into the rap game with money. You know what I'm saying? People have budgeting dollars out the ass, and then that don't mean that their music is good and that it's gonna get played though. You know what I'm saying? So I've always heard of like, man, I'm gonna get a DJ 150 and they gonna play my shit 5 times. You know what I'm saying?
In that case, that's like that I wouldn't call that payola though. When I would think of payola, I'd be more so thinking like paying for radio spins and shit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like paying the DJ to play your shit, hell yeah, that's what you're gonna have to do. Is if you trying to get your song played, bro, and don't nobody know your shit, bro, you gonna have to slide some DJ some money, bro. You know
Ain't that risky though?
It's risky
for the DJ, because if it's trash,
it's risky for the DJ. But I just got put down on some shit yesterday called the DJ Connect app.
Okay.
Shout out to DJ Coop. Who else is part of that? Shout out to DJ Ryan Wolf, DJ Scream. They coming out with an app. It's an app about to come out where you can actually upload your music on there, and the DJ can accept or decline it, and you can put your rate for whatever you wanna set your price for. So say, all right, I'm DJ Relle. I want to charge you $100 to play your song when I DJ on Friday night. You can look on that shit, see where I'm at, pay the $100. I see the song on here. I can listen to it real quick. And I can submit a video on there showing, like basically proving that I played your song, and you have it to keep as proof. You know what I'm saying? So everything is through an app. So shout out to the DJ Connect app. That shit is on the way. That shit is fire too.
That's different. That's gonna change the game.
That shit gonna change the game. Hell yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm talking about it now. That shit definitely gonna change the game for sure.
That's what's up. All right, so we're gonna take a little break, man. We got a word from our sponsors, the original Irvin Whiskey. Oh, okay. This is a black-owned whiskey brand. This is smooth. This is straight out of the land, GA. This is what I drink. You know, I like a little mule. You know what I'm saying? I mix this with some mango puree, a little ginger beer, and it puts me there. It put me in the right spot. This is created by my boy Tim Irving. His family he came from a long line of bootleggers that made moonshine back when it was illegal, and he took that and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. They the sponsors now. So that's what we're gonna do. We about to take a shot for y'all. Just taste test real quick.
Shout out to Tim, man.
Shout out to Tim, man. Appreciate you, my boy.
Tim about to have me on the whiskey. I'm telling him, man, I was writing on whiskey, but I'm gonna do it because it's black on.
It's
you know what I'm saying? I like the bottle, I like the bag, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna turn up for Tim, the original Irving whiskey. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little half a shot. I ain't
Oh, okay, appreciate it.
Yeah, right. Let's
do it.
Smooth.
Ooh.
That's good.
Okay.
You like that? Ooh. All right.
Okay, bet, let's get it.
Let's get it.
I feel like I gotta loosen up. Right. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
All right, so DJs are, the ways that DJs kind of, I guess, mark their territory or make themselves individuals or make themselves stand out are their mixes. Right? So what is the process of putting together a mix? Say you got 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes set. Like, how do you prepare for that? What's your mix regimen like? What kind of homework do you do?
My mix regimen is like this. Okay, so I'm always researching. I'm constantly researching what the hottest songs are, right? Okay. So those have to be in the mix automatically. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm making a 30-minute mix today and it's going on the radio or something like that, like I'm playing pieces and eggplants. I'm playing, put it on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing those in there. But me personally, since I'm from Atlanta, for real from Atlanta, I love to throw some Atlanta shit in there, like old Atlanta shit though. Like that's like my thing I do. Like even when I'm DJing on some regular shit, like on my regular bookings during the week, I'm always constantly playing. Like I'm gonna throw a Rich Kids in there. I'm gonna throw like you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna throw a Gucci in there. That's just how I am. A Travis Porter like. So with me, with my 30-minute mix, you gonna get the hits and you gonna get like some shit you ain't heard in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of keep the vibe like. Not so like current, but like you still like vibing too. You know what I'm saying?
So how much of I guess what percentage of the time do you come up with your sets on the spot? Do you?
Shit, every time.
Every time.
I don't plan no mix, bro. Damn. Like I don't plan no mix, bro. Like I don't never do like the same set at a function twice. Like never.
You don't be getting nervous doing that?
Hell no. At this point, no. I'm gonna say at this point, no, cause like at this point, like it like I'm confident as a DJ, so it's kind of like shit. I know kind of what not to do and what to do. You know what I'm saying? So shit, even if I do get nervous, like it still be working out for me. I don't know, it's just weird because I won't, like, go back to our conversation earlier, we was talking about 180, 120. I wouldn't do no shit live. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do no shit like that live. So
and you a professional. You've been doing it 10 plus years. You gotta know what the fuck you doing.
Yeah, basically, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even like do no shit like that. But I be killing this shit though. Got it.
So I'm gonna say 4 words to you and you tell me what they mean to you, all right?
Okay.
I am my brand.
Ooh, okay.
What does that mean to you?
Man, that shit mean everything to me. I ain't gonna lie. My brand is like shit legendary. You know what I'm saying, to a nigga like me. I ain't gonna lie. My brand history. You know what I'm saying. My brand is just like remarkable. That shit taught me, teaching me a lot. Cause we got a lot of shit coming like on the way for sure. You know what I'm saying.
So what was the catalyst behind that? What set that in motion?
My brand was founded January 2nd, 2019.
Okay.
So it was a year after my mom passed. And me and my girls at home on the couch just talking about shit. And I had been wanting to create a clothing brand, period. But I was struggling with like what my brand was gonna be, like the name and all that shit, the vision, all that. So somehow in conversation, she said, "I am my brand," or somebody said, "I am my brand." Somebody said, "I am my brand." We been home arguing about shit. Somebody said, "I am my brand," and it just kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Damn, this shit hard. Like this shit kind of can go." So I had went online, looked up like how you can look up like the corporation shit that are registered with the state of Georgia and shit. And I see ain't nobody had that shit. I'm like, okay, I'm finna snatch that shit up ASAP. As far as like with the logo and shit, I created the logo myself online. I like the way it looked with the barcode and all that shit. It just all made sense, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, I'm finna run with this shit. So
and you know what the best part about it is just it's so relatable. Like everybody's trying to do something. Everybody got a business, everybody got a passion, everybody got a product that they trying to put out there. And they're attached to that emotionally because they put the work in. They're attached to it, physically because they actually there. It's them. You know what I'm saying?
My brand got loyal clientele. You know what I'm saying? Just because what you said, because it like resonates so deep with folks. Like it's like I knew that when I created it because I seen the reaction that I got when I created it. But it was like, bro, like, oh no, this shit really like through there for real. Like it got to a point where I had to kind of like slow down a little bit with my brand because my DJ shit started going like up. But my brand definitely still in the goddamn conversation for real. We got some shit coming.
Got some shit coming. I'm gonna need one of them tees, one of them hoodies.
I got you, man. I know you remember when I was pulling up.
I got a t-shirt from you, matter of fact. All right. That's what's up, though. That's what's up. Yeah, I think, that's amazing. Like, and that's another thing too. Like, you don't have to stay in one lane. Like, just because you're a DJ don't mean you can't have a clothing brand.
No, I would recommend everybody have some other shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely keep yourself versed. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself like flexible, moving around. Don't be afraid to try different ideas. Like you in your head you wanna rap, make beats and draw, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you wanna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause the opportunities are endless. You never know what can happen unless you try.
Exactly.
Period. You know
I mean, you never know. It might pop.
Nah, it might pop.
It might pop.
For real, like facts.
So right now we are having the rap game looks a little different right now. Like they say the females running the game. What you think about that?
I would have to agree. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Even shit, and that's not even me being biased. That's just me like paying attention to what the fuck going on. Like I definitely have to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every single day, even when I'm on the internet, I'm seeing conversation about female rap more than I'm seeing conversation about anything. Yeah. That's how you know it's the topic of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit though. It's time for that though. You know
why you think that is right now? Why at this moment?
Shit,
it's always been female rappers, but now it's like
cause all these goddamn Ricos and shit going on. Like niggas is scared to rap. niggas scared to rap about like, you know what I'm saying, like that street shit. Yeah. Like that's kind of like niggas is really treading lightly on that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's understandable because like look at what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to get yourself caught up in no shit. You feel me? So yeah, 100%. I feel like now with that going on, I feel like niggas just, you know, trying to find other shit to rap about basically, and females just coming in just dominating the lane, period. Yeah. Like that's what's going on. Like
that's a fact. I mean, you know, they doing their damn thing. Man. I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of female rappers, you know I'm gonna bring up Omeretta.
Yeah, shout out sis.
You're a tour DJ for Omeretta. Mm-hmm. How did that connection happen?
That connection happened through Pesh from Live Mixtapes. This is my first time saying this on camera. Pesh from Live Mixtapes, so shout out to Pesh, man. He actually connected me with her, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rest is literally history. Like, me and her, like, as far as, like, when we come together, our chemistry on that stage, bro, that shit is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's undeniable, period. Like, I know everybody else feel the same way. Like, me and her, when we work together, it's flawless. You know what I'm saying? So she's extremely talented. You know what I'm saying? I'm extremely talented. So when we come together, it's just like magic for real. So shout out to her. And she can rap like fuck.
Yeah, she definitely can.
She can rap like fuck. Let me say that shit. So niggas know, and niggas know.
Shout out to Omeretta. What's it like being on tour with her?
Shit, that shit was fun. We had a good time. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of like learning, a lot of like growing, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's niggas' first tour. You know what I'm saying? So we like learning, you know what I'm saying, the game and shit. But besides that, I feel like our next one,
stupid.
That shit gonna be dumb, bro. Like that shit gonna be crazy. Like I already know.
You like being on the road?
I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I pretty much enjoyed it. It was cool, like seeing like different like towns that I would have normally never went to before. You know what I'm saying? Like never would have went to some of these towns before. So being that I was able to travel through music, you know what I'm saying, with her, that was very like an amazing experience for her.
What was some of that? What you think was the best city? Who was the most lit?
One or two. One or two. I say Brooklyn, New York. What? So shout out to, I know, bro, I be saying that shit and I be thinking that shit. I be like, bro, Brooklyn, but Atlanta niggas going to the Brooklyn, turned that shit the fuck up. I ain't gonna lie. So shout out to Brooklyn. And I say like LA, which is like two different sides of the country, but LA was turned it fuck. Atlanta was turned too though. But LA was like super lit. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn, I know they be having fun out there.
They be having fun. They just about the vibes out there, so they just excited as fuck out there. Period. Like.
So you know, Omeretta, she dropped the Not Atlanta. This ain't Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I know she had people talking.
Yo, 100%, yeah.
Man, okay, we get it. You know what I'm saying? You outside the city, you ain't Atlanta, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? It's still close by. It's still Atlanta.
Nah, bro. If you outside 285, bro, they're not Atlanta.
Okay, but outside 285, we've had a lot of people contribute to the culture. You know what I'm saying?
100%, yeah, 100%. Hell yeah. Like Lotto, shout out to Lotto, Southside, 2 Chainz.
Migos.
Shit, Migos, up there, Gwinnett, Camp. And it's like a lot of people. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold nobody, like,
But they just can't claim Atlanta. That's basically what it is.
See, don't have me no shit. Y'all can claim Atlanta for what y'all did for the city. Right. Facts. We fuck with y'all. Like, facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. For real.
That's funny. So what's next for you? What are some things that we can be on the lookout for from DJRelle.com?
With me, man, I'm about to get into my community give back bag. So I got some shit coming up very, very, very soon that I'm dropping, you know what I'm saying, as far as like through I'm my brand and shit for the community. Okay. So I'm about to be doing some community shit. As far as music, of course, I'm planning on doing like more bookings, more all that type of shit. But I'm really looking to start dropping songs and shit. Oh, yeah? Like I want to like really I'm finna get into my DJ Khaled, bro. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Okay. I'm finna really take it there on a whole another level that's gonna really blow niggas' minds for real. You know what I'm saying? That's like definitely in my vision for shit to do. So that's coming. I feel like I'm at a point in my career now where it's time to like really leave a mark, really like make my stamp. Cause I feel like niggas know like I'm fire as fuck at DJing, but it's time for me to really leave my stamp. So that's where I'm at with it right now, for real.
Got it. You mentioned giving back. Why is that important?
Oh, shit, because I'm from the city for real, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm from the city for real, like, you know what I'm saying, low income area. Like, I'm from the west side of Atlanta, bro. So I seen, like, how shit be out there. I know how that shit is out there. So I know it'll mean to the world for somebody like who I am now to come back and really, like, either give game or shit, advice, or just something that'll be able to help them financially, or just even through school or something like that. I know that'll mean the world to people out there, you know what I'm saying? Because the shit still, like, I don't even think niggas got grocery stores out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, you know, that shit just means something to me. I always have like a deep connection, you know what I'm saying, with that side of town for real. Like,
and you don't even, like, when people mention giving back, it's like, oh, I can't give back because I don't have this and I don't have that. But you can really do a lot with a little bit. Like, just your presence, just being there,
bro,
that means something.
Being there, bro. Like, that shit mean the world, bro. Because it show people, bro, like, especially kids, that stuff is possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being in school and, like, seeing people, like, even, like, who came out of school? Like, Franchise Boys and shit. And at the time, like, White Tee was, like, the biggest song, like, damn near in the world, in the country type shit.
Was.
Like, so to see niggas in real life from these communities come back and physically be there performing and shit, that shit means something. That shit, I still remember that shit, and I'm grown as hell, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I know what impact that'll have on, you know what I'm saying, kids in the community for real.
Exactly. So you mentioned a bunch of DJs' names, you know, some of which were your influences. Yeah. Atlanta's a small city, so I know you've probably bumped into a lot of these guys, or you probably have personal relationships with them. But what are some of the best advice you've gotten from some of these legendary DJs?
Best advice, bro, for real, is just to always, like, brand yourself, stay in your lane, and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, like, the best advice a nigga can give you, because at the end of the day, what I had to learn was that everybody's journey is different, right?
Facts.
So it ain't no way I can walk up to somebody like a Scream and, like, ask him, how do I get on? What's the play-by-play? There's no way, because everybody's journey is so different, bro. When you get to certain points of your career, like me with touring, that shit just kind of happened organically. So you just got to kind of allow things to, like, happen like how it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Networking is key, though. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, networking is key, for sure.
Yeah, and don't just be running up on somebody asking them to give you something.
Hell no.
Most of the time, that's not going to work.
You got to come with something. You definitely got to come with something. Like, nigga don't want to hear that.
Right. So, I mean, I think that being a DJ is definitely in the creative side of, you know, of the world, I say. But you also, like you said, you have to brand yourself. You got to be about your business. Facts. So how do you stay on top of the business side, even though you're a creative person? Because that's hard for creatives to do.
It can be difficult for some creators to do, for real. But I just say I'm a very business oriented person. Just period. Anyway, so it wasn't really hard for me. I'm not gonna lie, because I went into it with the mindset of I'm treating myself like a business. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I understand that I have to be timely with responses. I understand I have to be, you know, personable. I understand I have to, you know, just there's certain shit that you just have to do in order to make sure your business is handled accordingly. So
be on time.
Be on time. That's a big one, bro. But like shit like that, like you have to definitely stay on top of that stuff. And with me personally, I can speak for myself, like, that shit set me apart from a lot of people. Where I be hearing that shit, bro, I be like, damn, like, people be like, bro, you, like, professional. Like, I'm like, yeah, like, shit, I take this shit serious. Like, this what the fuck I do. Like, I used to work a 9 to 5, bro. And I quit my 9 to 5 in 2021 to go full time with DJing. So it's kind of like, bro, like, I had no choice. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, bro, like, I'm not going back to doing this. I was driving at FedEx, bro. I'm not going back to doing that, bro. When I can, like, run myself as a business and, like, you know what I'm saying? Took their risk, bro. And that shit worked out. Like, ever since I started thinking about myself as a business entirely, that shit changed everything, bro.
There it is. Yeah, I heard it. You can be creative and be on top of your business at the same time. That's what's up. I mean, I got a lot of respect for you. I be seeing you doing your damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, definitely keep going. You inspire me just because I'm like, damn, okay, Relle, I see you. You making moves and shit. I need to goddamn get on my shit.
Thank you, man. You doing your shit too, though, for sure. I'll be seeing you too.
Yeah, appreciate that. So What else? What's next for you? What's the next bookings you got? What's the next gigs? What else is next?
Like I tell everybody, man, Thursday through Sunday, I'm at Finn and Fellas, right? Mm-hmm. So Thursday and Friday, I'm at Finn and Fellas, Edgewood. Okay. Saturday night, I'm at Finn and Fellas, Riverdale. And Sunday afternoon, I do brunch in Midtown for Finn and Fellas. Yeah. So you can always find me there. That's where I be at. You know what I'm saying? So artists that's trying to pull up, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're trying to get like your record play and shit, like that's where I'm at. If you're trying to catch a vibe, that's where I'm at. In the meantime, between time, I get private bookings here and there, but when I get them and they can be public, I make sure I post them so people can pull up, you know what I'm saying, and rock if they want to rock. But besides that shit, I'm just working, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just working, bro. Just shit, shows with Omeretta rocking them bitches and just like just living, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, you know, I definitely appreciate you pulling out. This was a great interview. This is very insightful. You dropped hella gems, hella jewels for the people.
Appreciate it. You know,
we're going to be watching everything you do. Anytime you want to pull up to another 24 and talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, you know you got a place to do it, all right?
Love, bro.
All right, love. DJRelle.com. And that's a wrap. All right, good.